Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School turf fields as we get ready for Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity soccer on HCAM. It is the regular season finale, and both of these teams will likely be heading to the playoffs after today. The Hopkinton Hillers are 14-1-2. Ranked 7th in Division 1, Ashland 9-8-0, ranked 28th in Division 2, and both teams are looking for a win here today. The Hillers are off a difficult loss last week against Westwood, so they look to get back on the winning track here today in their regular season finale. Perhaps they got the loss out of the way. It'll be all winning from here on out. We shall see. The Ashland Clockers, they will finish at least 500 and most likely rank in the top 32 of the Division II bracket. So they will likely make the postseason as well. And there'll be a lot of TVL representation in the postseason. Tom Nappy here. Good to see you, folks. And we should have a great matchup here today. We'll take you through the TVL standings. And there they are, the TVL standings. Hopkinton, the rankings haven't been updated yet, so ignore that part. But the Hillers 14-1-2, 12-1-2 in the TVL. They are the TVL large champions, so congratulations to the Hopkinton Hillers. And actually, Holliston Panthers still have an outside chance to share a piece of the title with them, so a win here today will certainly secure that TVL Large Championship. And actually, I am mistaken. They already are the TVL Large champions, so that has been secured. They have secured the TVL Large title. But Westwood 9-6-2, Ashland 9-8-0, Dedham 5-10-2, Norwood 0-17-0. Teams likely in: Holliston, Hopkinton, Ashland, Westwood, and it looks like Dedham could sneak in the top 32 as well. TVL Small, you got Medfield, who are the TVL Small champions, 12-4-2. Norton is 8-8-0, Dover Sherborne 8-5-3, Medway 7-7-2, Millis 4-11-2, Bellingham 5-12-1, and it looks like that all of the TVL Small will likely be in at least the top 32, so it looks like they will all get in as well, and we'll certainly get the confirmation when the brackets come out. But this is an important game for the Hillers, and here's the D1 state rankings. You see the Hillers fell a little bit. They're in the 7th spot now. Now, with this win here today, could it move them up? Potentially so. King Philip, who's right above them at number 6, only a few points in the rating above them. So perhaps a win here will be enough to move the Hillers up. We shall find out, but an important game, and certainly every spot you can move up will certainly help your playoff situation. And the Hillers, after a tie and a loss in their last couple of games, they would like to get that bad taste out of their mouths and get a nice win here this evening to close out the regular season. Now, the good news for the Hiller team is they have certainly been very battle-tested over the last couple of weeks, as they have had some very tough opponents. And there you see the starting mix taking the field for the Hillers. And they will certainly be playing all out here today. It looks like they're going to have Ayla Chase in net for the Hopkinton Hillers. Your starters for the Ashland Clockers, they are led by head coach Jeff Allen. They include Paige Tripp, who's a captain, Sophie Letachevsky, who's a senior, Gabby Ng, who is a sophomore, Sadie Gilhooly, who is a junior, Celia Mermelstein, who's a senior, Vanessa Thompson, a senior captain, Laya Grady, who's a freshman, Karina Brown, who's a senior, and Brand Ludka, who's a senior captain, as well as Tara Betty, who's a junior, and Phoebe Riley, who is a sophomore. As for your Hopkinton Hillers, they will certainly be going with the starters that they have been going with all season long, who have done a tremendous job for this team. You see Nicole Tedstone's out there, Annika Kilcarney is out there, Ashley McCann is going to be out there. Fotini Grantos in the starting mix, as well as Madison Recupero, of course. Nina TZ in the starting mix for the Hillers. Laura Mosier will be out there playing some defense. And you got on the far side Riley Colleran at defense for the Hillers. And we are underway. Ashland is in the white, Hillers in the green. The final game of the regular season. Alex Clark over on that left side. Defensively for the Hillers as well, and Ashland Clockers throwing. Now the Clockers, they've been playing some good soccer lately and have been very competitive in the TVL and expected to be in the playoff mix. And these two teams actually had quite a meeting earlier in the season. More on that in just a bit. Out of play it goes. Throw in from the near side. Clockers working in Hiller territory. Trying to get an attack going. Cleared by Nina TZ, or as Vanessa Thompson gets it back in. Hiller is able to get it back to midfield. Kilcarney puts it over to the far side, looking for Ted Stone, and it's just out of her reach. So the last time these two teams met, it was a 2-1 absolute battle over at Ashland High School back on September 17th. And taking a look at this Clockers team, they have not had many games that weren't close. They have been right in there pretty much all their games this season. Throwing from the far side, and they've won 2 out of their last 3, taking down Norwood and Dedham. And they lost 1-0 to Holliston in their last game, as Kilcarney sends that one to the left of the net. The Holliston Panthers, they'll be a team to look out for in the postseason, as they are red hot going into the playoffs, getting huge wins over Hopkinton and Ashland. What a long way that team has come. They started off the season a little rocky, but really turned it around. Nina TZ sends it back. Hiller's working along the far side. Clark moves it up. Coopero gonna get it back. Hiller's trying to figure out an opening here as Mosier gets it to Clark. Clark moves it up. Here's Recupero. The one thing that Peter Thomas and I have talked about during our HCAM Sports Talk segment, which, by the way, there'll be a new episode airing tomorrow, Wednesday at 5:30 p.m., is that the TVL opponents have caught on. They know about Madison Recupero. They know about these great shooters for the Hillers, and they have been putting 2 defenders on them, sometimes 3 defenders, and it has been working. So the Hillers going to have to figure out how to get around these different defensive alignments that you're seeing teams throw at them. Out of play it goes along the near side, throwing Clockers on the entry. Sadie Gilhooly. Kilcarney gets in front of Mermelstein there and deflected out of play. Clockers on the entry. Gilhooly gets it in. Back out of play it goes. Another throw in for the Clockers. And that was just past the reach of Prisco. That'll draw Ayla out of the net. She'll pick it up. About 4.5 minutes into action here in half number 1. A bit of a chilly day out there to wrap up regular season play. Temperatures in the lower 50s and a pretty constant breeze. Sent over to the far side, a chilly breeze. Kilcarney rushes in there. Certainly good conditions for the players on the field, though. This is good running around, intense kind of weather. If you're having a sprint, this is probably the weather you would want. And that's certainly what they'll be doing on the soccer pitch here this afternoon. Chase gets it over. Aired out, up the far side goes Clark, and out of play. We also want to let you know a brand new episode of TVL Sportsnet will be airing this Thursday, a 7:30 premiere time. TVL Sportsnet taking you around the TVL, and it is a jam-packed show with all kinds of TVL information you should know on TVL Sportsnet, airing this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Sent up the near side and kept in play by Gail Hooley, who sends it to midfield. Prisco gets it back to Mosier. She'll send it across. Little give and go along the far side with Clark and McCann. Back to midfield. Nina sends it back. And we'll see which side the Hillers try to go to here. Here's Mosier. She'll send it up, and it'll get by everybody and be picked up by the keeper, Paige Tripp. Paige Tripp, a fantastic goaltender for the Clockers. Certainly won't be easy to net goals with Paige Tripp minding the net. Sent up by Clark. Hillers trying to work the far side. Looking to close in. The cross. Calcarne fires a shot. And what a save by Tripp. A beauty of a ball by the Hillers. Great possession. And a very powerful shot there by Calcarne. But a good save by Tripp. Hillers looking for another attack here. Sent over by O'Connor. And popped out of play. Throw in Hillers. Along the far side, out of play. Hillers will have another throw in. This is what you want to see out of the Hillers. Keeping it in Ashland's zone, forming an attack, finding openings. Over to Recupero. Recupero driving in, puts that off a defender. Still alive in the box, to the net, and it's in! Goal Hillers! The Hillers get it in the attack zone, and it is Marin O'Connor who puts it in for Hopkinton. That is quite a way to start. The Hillers make it 1-0. And you could give Recupero the assist on that one. She got the deflection off the defender. And that allowed O'Connor, who found an opening along the end line, to pop it in. And a play along the far side. Clockers looking for an attack now. TZ getting in there. And it's going to be a free kick for Ashland. Vanessa Thompson will take it, the captain. And she's at a spot where she could put this right on net if she wants to. See if she tries to get it through the wall. She goes over the wall and out of play. The Hillers have to look out for that. After they score, they can sometimes take their eye off the situation and allow the opposing team to find a gap to get into the attack zone. Clocker's looking for another attack coming up on the left side of the box. Mermelstein sends it across and set out. Nice job there by Clark. Hillers trying to work it upfield. Kilcarney battling it out with Tara Betty. Betty sends it across and popped out of the danger zone. Recupero sends it up. Here comes the Hillers. And that is Nicole Tedstone, who had a breakaway, but it gets away from her. Out of play it goes. Well, that was a nice job by Recupero. See Tedstone all alone on the left side. And she tried to move the ball upfield, but gave it a little too much, and it gets away from her. Along midfield now. Sent up by Clark. Here's Recupero. Nice pass there to Nina. Nina sends it up, cleared away. Along the left side offside, Hillers. O'Connor was just a step too far. A big crowd on hand for a 4 o'clock game to take in the regular season finale. One of the bigger crowds I've seen here this season. Certainly great to see this Hiller team getting some good support. I'm sure there's a lot of folks from Ashland who came down to check out the Clockers last game of the regular season. Can't beat the crosstown rivalries. Clark sends it up. And bursting through Recupero, into the box, takes it, and in she goes! Goal Hillers! Maddie Recupero finds the opening, splits a pair of defenders, takes it into the box, and pops it right around Paige Tripp for the second goal of the game for the Hillers. Well, you can't get any better of a start than this if you're Hopkinton. Along the far side. And Recupero with a steal. Working up the sideline. Kept in play by the Clockers. Ashland trying to work it into Hiller territory. Nice diversion there by Prisco. But here comes Ashland up the far side. Sent up towards the end line and out of play. That was a good box out by Emma Prisco along the end line. Chase airs it out. Clear it away. Kilcarney moves it to O'Connor. Some back and forth along the midfield area. Sent up by Brown as she is able to get it around Recupero. Clark working against Letichevsky. Over to the far side. 13 minutes into action here in half number one. Over to Gratsos, who has an opening. Gratsos takes a little body contact there, and it's wrapped up by the keeper. Well, Gratsos had a bit of an opening, but then Sadie Jalhuli caught up with her, gave her that little body bump to divert her, and that allowed Paige Tripp to wrap it up. To midfield, off for Recupero. Kilcarney looking for the steal. Grazzo's trying to break through. Over to Prisco. Prisco to Kilcarney. Now Recupero. Matty gets it to the far side. And that's sent over by McCann. Back to Recupero. Good crisp passing by the Hillers in these early minutes. Kilcarney was tripped up but got back to her feet, nearly kept possession. Clocker's trying to work it back up. Betty gets it across. Ooh. Clark firing off a Mosier there. Kilcarney. Here's Oniga. Gets it up to O'Connor. O'Connor down to Recupero. Back to O'Connor. Looking for Tedstone. And it's popped out of play. It's going to be a corner for the Hillers. We're going to get a handful of substitutions. Riley Colleran, Allison Green, and Natalie Prisco all coming into the game. Taking a break will be Fotini Granzos, Marin O'Connor, and Nicole Tedstone. Nina TZ set for the corner. Gets it in, into the box. There's a shot. It's wrapped up. Natalie Prisco fired that one, and Paige Tripp was in the right place at the right time. Along the far side. Hillers have a good amount of speed in there right now. Speaking of speed, here comes Colleran. Colleran along the far side. Crosses it. Into the box. Recupero! Just over. It was a great pass by Colleran. And Recupero with the one-timer just over the net. She took that shot while that pass was still in midair, and it nearly had top shelf. Gilhooly with it. Recupero with a steal. Maddie putting on the moves. Gets it up into the box, top of the box. Colleran sent away. Oniga trying to get in there. Clocker's able to clear for now. Nina gets it over to Emma Prisco. Prisco putting on the moves. Crosses it over. No one there for the Hillers. And set back into Ashland territory, but Ashland responds. On the far side, out of play. It was off a Clocker throwing Hillers. Or is it? No, they're going to change the call here. Throw in Clockers. That's knocked out of play. Now it'll be a throw in for the Hillers. 22 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. And what has been an action-packed first half. Along the far side, set up. Back at fourth we go. Recupero with another steal getting in there. Recupero moves it up, looking for Colleran. Colleran up against Lutka. And it's set out of play, throwing Hillers. Now Bryn Lutka, senior captain for Ashland, staying right with Colleran. Clark goes up the sideline with it, and it's set away. Back into Hiller territory. Mosier trying to track it down. Moves it back to Briscoe. Mosier along the near side now. Airs it out. Out of play. Off the entry by Karina Brown. And getting that one through Natalie Briscoe. Recupero now. Over to Natalie. Some good back and forth here. Gilhooly moves it up. Mosier will track it down, sends it back to the keeper. Mosier moves it up the sideline, gets past Natalie Briscoe. Allison Green trying to track it down. Here comes Green. Green trying to work her way in. Looking for the cross. Off of Grady it goes. And Grady pops it out of play. Nice job by Green. Emma Briscoe on the throw-in. Crosses it over, Kilcarney to Recupero. Recupero putting on the moves, gets it back, over to Nina. Hiller's looking to attack here, Recupero. Hiller's taking their time though, waiting to find that opening. There's a shot, wrapped up. Alex Clark rushes in. Another good save there by the senior captain goaltender, Tripp. As Page gets rid of it, off of Recupero it goes. Kilcarney gets it back to Maddie. Recupero to the far side, Colleran. Colleran looking for the cross, off of Abby Dever it goes, out of play. Hillers will have the throw-in. We have surpassed the midway point of this first half, approaching 19:10 left to go. Mosier gets it over to the far side. Clark towards Oniga. There's Natalie Briscoe trying to shake a couple defenders. Over to Kilcarney. Moves it back. Sent over by McCann. Mosier trying to rush in. Good steal there by Nina TZ. Kilcarney gets it over to Recupero. Recupero up the sideline. That's sent out of play off of the Clockers. Throwing Hillers. Nina airs that one out. Good hang time. Nina gets in there. Gets it over to Briscoe. Briscoe along the right side of the box. Off a defender, out of play she goes. It'll be a corner for the Hillers. Number of substitutions for both sides. Catherine Chow into the game for the Hillers. Kilcarney will take a break. Nina sets it up and is set for the corner. Zuganetos fires to the far side of the box. It goes, a header along the left side now. Pass towards Colleran, sent out. And stopped by McCann, but she couldn't control. Out of play it goes. Throw in Clockers. Chow looking for the steal. Sent up. Here come the Hillers. It's Colleran over to Recupero. Recupero sends it to Nina. Nina TZ takes a shot, and that is in! Nina TZ who brings the heat and powers it in from the top of the box. A 3-0 Hiller lead at 16:35 left to go in the first half. Well, we're going to get a timeout on the field, but we've seen Myron O'Connor score her 6th goal of the season at 31:56. You saw Madison Recupero net her 23rd goal of the season at 28:51, and now Nina TZ at 16:35 gets her 7th goal of the season. Hillers lead it 3-0. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. HCAM Sports is supported by our viewers and by Bill's Pizzeria Kitchen and Grill, located at 14 Main Street. Find them online at MyBillsPizza. Off the timeout, 16:35 left to go in the first half. Hillers leading 3-0. You know, we're talking about the Hillers' tough games, recent tough games, where they had an unfortunate loss to Westwood. They had a tie against Holliston, but they came ready to play today. They certainly want to get back on track here, and this is what you want to see in the last game of the regular season. Emma Prisco along the near side. Oh, couldn't keep it in. Had a nice drive up the field. Good air under that one to midfield. Nina gets a piece of it. Chow trying to get in there. Here comes Ashland. Sent up by Cordelitis. Back and forth we go. To the near side. Prisco on the chase down. Puts it out of play. Oh, that one deflects off of Recupero. And Recupero comes back and steals it away. Looking for Colleran. Here comes Colleran. Riley crosses it and popped out of the box. Along the far side, out of play it goes. It'll be a Clockers throw in. Their free kick, rather. .14 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this first half. 3-0 Hiller lead. Along the near side. Sent back by Prisco. Aired out by Emma. Ashland, they're having a lot of trouble getting around these Hiller midfielders. The Hillers, they're battling here. They're going for the turnovers and being aggressive, and it's paying off. Here comes Nora Cox, sends it back, and Ashland moves it into Hiller territory. Mosier gets it over. Recupero back to Clark. Now to the far side, McCann. McCann over to Maddie. Clark moves it up. Chow looking for Colleran. And a little collision there. The call going to go in favor of Ashland. And I think they got her for a trip. Free kick for the Clockers. There's a header by Nina along the far side. Trying to get through as Nora Cox sends it up. There's some back and forth here. Clark gets a piece of it. Airs it out. Good response by Grady. Emma Prisco looking for Natalie. Taking it away, Betty. Over to Brown. Brown looking to work her way through and lost her footing there. Chow, nice pass. She was trying to get it in there to Green. Green keeping it in, and she will for now. Along the end line. And out of play it goes. That's good effort by Green, keeping that pass in. Coming into the game, Elise Jacomi, the junior. Coach Skiba going to get everybody some playing time here in the regular season finale. Certainly want to have the whole roster ready to go for postseason. Just under 12 minutes left to go in this first half. Prisco gets it over to Jacomi. With it now, Letachevsky moves it back over towards Dittenhaffer. It's stolen away. Colleran gets it over. McCann moves it up. Back to Colleran. I think Colleran was looking for Recupero there. Nina. Over to Cho. And off of Chow there, and a battle along the near side. Sent over by Prisco. Nina just slips it through before two defenders gang up on her. Here's Natalie Prisco. Airs it out, and just to the right of the net. Free kick for the Clockers. Bryn Letka will send it away. Here comes Ashland up the near side. Thompson with it. Clockers trying to get an attack here. Mermelstein into the box. Sent away by Mosier. Throw in for Ashland. Vanessa Thompson will take it. We're under 10 minutes left in the first half. Thompson into the box along the end line. And sent out of play. Clockers throwing. Sent back, Mosier gets it through. Chow moves it over to Prisco. And now Natalie Prisco. Some good back and forth here. Mosier over to Clark. McCann gets it up the far side of Colleran. Recupero trying to get there. Recupero battling for it, takes it. Trying to work her way into the box. Nina TZ sneaking up. And there's a shot by Recupero! And she goes right side of the net. From the corner of the box to the corner of the net. Maddie Recupero with her second goal of the game. She now has 24 goals on the season. And she nets that one at 8:46 left to go in the first half. Well, the Hillers there just taking incredible shots today. Colleran. Colleran gets it over. Chacome takes it, and it is wrapped up. That was a good feed. Nice job by Chacome getting there. Mosier with it, moves it up. Chow gets it over. Back to Mosier. Clark goes far side with it. Hillers looking for another attack here along the near side. Out of play it goes. Throw in Hopkinton. And Prisco will take it. Looking for Natalie Prisco there. Nina TZ. Moves it to Recupero. A little give and go. And there's Natalie Prisco into the box. Sent off for Recupero. And the keeper comes out, wraps it up. Seven minutes and counting left to go. Along the far side, Lutka moves it up. Clark with a header. Battling for it with Ledichevsky. And we get a whistle. It'll be in favor of the Clockers. They'll have the free kick from towards the far sideline. Vanessa Thompson set to take it. Good air under that one into the box. And sent out of play. Coming into the game for the Hillers, Avery Machad and Aubrey Thomas. Cooper will take a breather. She has already a pair of goals today. Throw in by the Clockers. Hillers looking to clear. Mosier trying to slip it through, stolen away by Mermelstein. Thomas gets in there. Over to Aubrey Thomas, moves it up. And it's set to the far side now. And TZ gets it back. Along the far side and into Ashland territory, sent out of play. Throw in Hillers. Just under 5 minutes left in the first half. A 4-0 Hiller lead. Well, you could tell the Hillers were fired up for this one. First home game in a while as well. Colleran crosses it into the box out in front. Battling for it. And the Clockers going to clear. Trying to work her way up the far side. Vanessa Thompson. Airs it out in front of the Hiller net. Looking for the shot. What a save by Ayla. Good save by Chase as Ledichevsky gets the shot off, and it's sent out along the far side. That was a one-on-one shot opportunity. Into the box and wrapped up. Over to Mosier. Clark airs it out. And she's looking for Colleran. Colleran trying to get there, and it's sent out Off of Layla Grady, throwing Hillers. Off the entry. Along the corner of the box, sent over. And sent away out of play, throwing Hillers. 3 minutes left to go in the half. Don't forget, stick around at the half. You'll get to view some of the latest Hopkinton-Hiller highlights at the halftime break. Into Hiller territory. Ayla going to come out for this one. Airs it out. Mermelstein and company trying to work their way into Hiller territory. Clark with it. Moves it up towards Natalie Prisco. And Prisco gets it in front of Collar, and oh, looks like we're going to have an offsides call. Collar had nothing but open space in front of her. Two minutes left in the first half. Thomas gets a good piece of that one. Off of Natalie Prisco. Takes a roll deeper into Ashland territory, sent away by Grady. And out of play, throwing Hillers. Colleran takes it. Clark. Here's that one out. Thomas backpedals to send that one to Ayla. Clocker's looking for a shot here. Breakaway and a save by Chase. Still in the danger zone, and it's wrapped up. Well, quite a nice breakaway for the Clockers there. Good shot on net, but a great save by Chase. And now the Hillers looking for an attack. Out of play it goes along the far side. On that shot, that was, I believe, Nora Cox for Ashland. And that is going to do it for the first half. Well, the Hillers, I'm sure, made it a mission to come into this game and get things started early and recover a bit from a couple of tough road games, and they have certainly done so. They lead it 4-0 at the halftime break. We have another half to go. You are tuned in to the regular season finale. It's Hopkinton-Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. On October 21st, Hiller Girls Varsity Field Hockey had their final regular season home game and hosted Westwood. The game was a classic back and forth battle, and both teams had some stunning defense and goaltender play. Here come the Hillers up the near side. That is Mary Finnegan sending it over. Now looking to approach. Burke sends it across out in front of the net. Shot and a diving save off the Vallis shot. There's a hard shot deflected out of play. Burke trying to close in. Into the attack zone, goalie slides out. It's going to stay with the Hillers. They're going to have to set it quickly. 10 seconds left. Sent over by Wynn. Vallis swipes it out in front. And time will expire.
The game ends in a 0-0 tie, and the Hillers get well-needed points toward a playoff spot. Also last week, the Hillers captured road wins versus Ashland and North Attleboro. Hiller field hockey finishes the regular season with 9 wins, 7 losses, and 2 ties, and now awaits the playoff seeding to be released. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Hiller boys soccer battled Holliston. Just under 13 minutes left in the first half, and this happens.
Panthers looking for the legal throw call. There's a shot and a goal! Ian Wielding! Have the throw in along the far side. Give it off to Wielding. Let him get to the corner of the box. And he pops it in to make it a 1-0 Hiller lead at 12:54 left to go in the first half.
The Hillers strike and lead it 1-0 late into the second half.
Panthers have a throw in towards the near side corner. Ethan Sahata will take it. Into the box, header, and it's in! A goal for the Panthers off the throw-in. And it was Owen Montalto.
Owen Montalto ties the game for Holliston, and that's how the score would stay. The game ends in a 1-1 draw, a tough break for the Hillers, with the game ending in a tie, but the playoff points from the draw will certainly help the Hillers' postseason situation. On Friday, October 25th, Hiller boys soccer hosted Westwood for their senior night game and a last home game of the 2024-25 fall regular season. After some great back and forth play and very good defense and goaltending by both teams, the game remained scoreless heading into the second half.
For Westwood. Into the box, out in front of the net and just over the net.
Just under 25 minutes into the second half, this happens.
Set up by Nicholson. And now loose ball looking to approach. Takes it, it's in! Goal! Hiller, Zach Bauschman! Bauschman, what a breakaway he had flying up the field. Closes in and pops it in. And the Hillers draw first blood. Sends it towards the box. And Champlin just gets it out. Zakroff gets it away. Westwood looking to approach again. And there's a shot wrapped up by Silva. Another good attack by Westwood. Ferrero with that shot. The intensity in this game is high. It's a playoff-like atmosphere here at Hopkinton High School. It's been an incredible battle. Here comes Westwood. McCabe, and a little too much on that one. And that is... Well, there you go, folks. Some of the latest Hiller highlights. We're going to cut the highlights a little short so we can let you get a glimpse at some of the youth night soccer. It's youth night tonight here at the Hopkinton Hiller Girls Varsity season finale. So we'll let you sit back, relax, and enjoy some of the future Hillers out there on the field having a very good game, I might add, right now. So enjoy Hiller Soccer Youth Night here at the halftime break. Hillers leading the Clockers in the regular season finale 4-0 on HCAM.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
And welcome back to the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are ready for the second half. We hope you enjoyed some of those Hiller highlights. You can see the full package on our website, hcam.tv. We certainly want to show you some of the youth night game as well. And pretty good game they had going there. Both teams had some good shots. Speaking of games, we are ready to continue on in this varsity game. A 4-0 Hiller lead as we start the second half. Hopkinton Hillers now working right to left across your screen. Tom Nappy happened to be on the call. Denise Antaki on camera. And we are underway in the second half as the Hillers trying to close out their season, their regular season with a win. They will certainly be in the postseason as well, and likely have a couple of home games at least. Recupero sends it over. Hillers looking to get things going here early in the second half as she moves it back over to Nina. Now along the far side. Hillers trying to work their way in. Kilkenny gets in there, and there's a pass towards Recupero along the near side, and she keeps it in, just collaring. Sets up the sideline. With it is McCann, gets it back. Tedstone sends it back over to Nina. Now with it is McCann. Collaring. Crosses it over. Off of Kilkenny, goes top of the box. Nina TZ fires that one wide left. It was a great first half by the Hillers. They did everything you wanted them to do. They found openings. They got a great attack going. They had great shots on net. And most importantly, they took a 4-0 lead. Sent over by Recupero. Collarin looking for Recupero along the corner. She keeps it in. And it looks like it'll go to Ashland, so she didn't quite keep it in. In the first half, you saw Marin O'Connor at 31:56 score the first goal of the game. That got things going for the Hillers. That was her 6th goal of the season. Recupero had a pair of goals in the first half, so she now has 24. And Nina TZ scored her 7th goal of the season. Recupero also racking up an assist as well. She's up to 13 assists on the season. The lights are on here at the turf fields. Free kick for Ashland, sent up the sideline. Pass back to Collar and gets it through to Recupero. Recupero slips it to Anaga. Green trying to get in there, sent away. Nina gets it to the far side. And now Prisco moving it up. Here's Recupero, and she'll fire a shot just wide to the left. Recupero, that last goal she scored, an absolute beauty from the corner of the box. And got the shot off at a perfect angle and slipped it into the right side of the net. Kilkenny boxing out the defender, sends it back to Clark. Over to Mosier. Now Clark moves it over to McCann. McCann battling up against Magenis. And a play it goes. Throwing Ashland. Mosier. Aired out, and off the scores table it goes. Throwing Clockers. Recupero flying up the field. Gets it through. A nice pass there as she was looking for Prisco, and it's wrapped up. Well, after today, it'll be playoff time for many of the Hiller fall teams. We'll see this girls' soccer team in action. Boys' soccer likely to get in. They likely clinched a top 32 spot with their win over Westwood last week, which you saw the lone goal of that game in the highlights earlier. It was a 1-0 final. Great win for the Hiller boys in their home regular season finale. They're over in Ashland right now. You can likely catch that game on WACA TV over in Ashland. And you'll also have field hockey in there, girls volleyball. So it should be a very action-packed postseason for Hillertown. Over to the far side. Prisco moves it up. Over to Natalie. Emma to Natalie. Natalie crosses it, and it is deflected out of play. She was looking for Allison Green there, and defender just able to nick it out of play. It's going to be a corner for the Hillers. Yeah, TZ will set it up. Airs it out. And there's a shot deflected from Green. And Ashland able to clear for now. And a nice effort there by Nina trying to pop it off a defender, but Ashland gets the possession. Hiller defenders retreat as the Clockers working their way upfield. Clark, there's that one back into Ashland territory. Green, a nice feed there over towards Prisco. And it'll end up out of play. Clockers throw in. Clark moves it into Ashland territory. And it's picked up by Paige Tripp. New goaltender for the Hillers, Ella Nye in net now for the second half. And Coach Skiba, he's trying to get everybody a little taste of the action here in this regular season finale. I believe the Hillers are also going to be booking a pre-postseason scrimmage as well. Clockers move it up into the attack zone. Along the far side, Letachevsky sends it across. Nina's there. Recupero. And out of play. And of course, we'll let you know where we will be for the postseason. Catch our broadcast schedule for the Hiller postseason at our website, hcam.tv, and we'll also be updating our social media pages as well. Along the near side, Colleran, and out of play. Throwing for the Hillers. Colleran gets it back. Sent over by McCann. And there's a shot by Anaga, just off the mark. A pretty good attack there by the Hillers. Collaring with the header. Recupero. Sent over. There's Emma Prisco moving it up to Natalie. Natalie boxing out. Keeps it in Hiller possession. Nina. Back to Clark she goes. Here's Mosier. Putting on the moves there. And now approaching Nina. Sent away. With it is Vanessa Thompson for Ashland. Over to the near side, and no one there. Just a little too much in front of Freebie Riley to catch up with it. Just over 10 minutes into the second half. McCann to Recupero to Collar, and oh, just a little too much mustard on that pass. Along the far side, Emma Prisco. Moves it up the sideline to Natalie. Now Recupero gets it through and popped out of play. Throwing Hillers, Emma Prisco set to take it. Nina gets it over to McCann. McCann and trying to angle that one into the box, and it's picked up. Clark gets under that one. With it is Zoe Gonzalez trying to get it through. McCann with the takeaway. Sends it over to Recupero. Recupero splitting the defenders, draws some contact, and we get a whistle. Hiller's going to have a free kick from right along the top of the box. Nina TZ set to take it. And the way the Hillers are staying back, she may go right at the net here. And into the wall, Recupero. And fires that one to the left. Couple substitutions for both teams. Fotini Granzos and Sophia TZ coming into the game. Now to go Kilcarney and Natalie Prisco will take a break. Sent over to Nina. Sophia gets it over to Fotini. Granzos crosses it and it's deflected out of play. It's going to be a corner for the Hillers. Airs it out into the box. Green trying to charge in, and she's diverted. Clocker's moving into Hiller territory, over to Letichevsky. In the right place at the right time, Sophia TZ takes it away, gets it over to the far side, over to Nina. Grazos trying to move it towards Recupero. Clockers working their way upfield. Here's Nora Cox, gets it out in front of Letachevsky, but Mosier will divert. Nina back towards Clark. Sent up by Dittenhafer. Nina looking for Recupero. Colleran flying up the near side. Colleran crosses it over off the side of the net. A little slow to get up there. She did take some hard contact, but appears to be okay. Clockers working the far side, deflected by Nina. Recupero sneaks through. Recupero approaching, gets it over. And it's sent away. Emma Prisco gathers it up along the far sideline. Now along the corner. And out of play it goes. Clocker's ball. Towards Mermelstein. Clark. On the far sideline, over to Nora Cox, gets it back to the near side. Colleran looking for the steal, gets it away. Here comes Riley. Colleran puts it off a defender along the top of the box, back towards Colleran now, and we get a whistle. I think it was offsides. 23 minutes and counting left in the second half. Hillers leading 4-0 in this TVL regular season finale. Great crowd on hand here for youth night and to take in the action. Good turnout from the Ashland fans as well. Sent in Hiller territory. Riley gets it over. Lutka gets it to the far side. Looking for the steal there, Sophia TZ. And she gets it. Here comes the Hillers, Recupero. Putting on the moves. Gets it back to Nina. Along the far side and just out of reach. She was looking for Granzos along the sideline. Into the game for Ashland, Tara Betty and Layla Grady, excuse me. Also coming in, Olivia Beniamini. Header by Fotini. Clockers looking to drive into Hiller territory. Along the near side, Mermelstein, and a couple defenders get on her. McCann. Errant pass there. Off the throw-in. Clark moves it up. Trying to get through Sophia TZ up to Colleran. She goes. Colleran looking for Maddie. Recupero approaching. Takes it. Right in she goes. Well, when it's Maddie Recupero one-on-one with the keeper, chances are it's not going to go very well for the keeper. And Recupero has a hat trick. 3 goals for Maddie Recupero, who now is up to 25 goals on the season. Five nothing lead for the Hillers. Another beauty of a goal for Recupero. And I'm just doing a little research here, but I believe that is the record. The individual per season goal record is now held by Maddie Recupero, as she has 25 goals on the season. Certainly well deserved, and congratulations to Maddie Recupero. What an incredible record to break. Into Hiller territory. Desmond moves it back to Clark. Airs it out. Along midfield now. And now approaching Recupero once again, and this time Paige Tripp with an incredible save. Well, Recupero just finding ways to break through and get open space, and that's something she hasn't been able to do in the last couple of games as much because of how many defenders they have put on her. And how about that? Another one. Nina. The Hillers pouring it on. A goal off the corner. And Nina TZ powers it in. A 6-0 Hiller lead. Well, this is quite a way to wrap up regular season play for the Hillers. Out of play it goes. Along the far side and back out. So the single season goals record was set by Georgie Clark last season. She had 22, so Recupero actually broke the record with her first goal of the game today, but has since added 2 more and a couple of assists. So now that record for regular season goals is at 25. Throwing for the Hillers. Sent up by Nina. Hillers working the near side. Recupero. And puts it out off the defender. A corner for the Hillers. Approaching 17 minutes left to go in the second half. Off the corner, deflected, and just shy of the net. And along the end line, out of play. Clocker's ball. Couple substitutions for both sides. Nicole Tedstone and Ava Lacochi into the game. Looks like the day may be done for Maddie Recupero. I think 3 goals is enough. Clark moves it up. So that record will be 25 for regular season goals for Hiller Girls Varsity Soccer individual single season record. Off the throw-in. At a play. Good battle along the far side as O'Connor was battling there. Clocker's looking to work it upfield over to Gilhooly. Now along the good steal by Sophia TZ. Sent over by Mosier. Clark airs it out. Nina sends it away. Sent over by Sophia TZ. Sent up by Desmond. Here's Colleran. Gets it over to Lacochi. Deflected. And will roll out of play. Clocker's throwing. Into Hiller territory. Sent back to the keeper. And by the way, we got Taylor Scaff in net now. So everybody on the roster has gotten a little playing time here today. Colleran sends it back. Clark airs it out. Sophia TZ gets it over. 14 minutes left to go. And towards the box, approaching Colleran, and it's sent away. Colleran looking to approach, sent away. Another record that I believe is now tied is assists. I think Nina TZ might have tied Recupero for assists. We'll have to look into that. Off the entry. Into the box. And sent away. Over to the far side, and out it goes, throwing Hillers. Hillers doing a nice job at keeping it in Ashland territory this half. Clockers, they got a few good attacks during this game. Had one attack that became very close to a score, but an incredible save by Ayla Chase kept the 0 on the scoreboard for Ashland. Into Hiller territory. Breaking that up was Lacochi. Hillers briefly had it back in Ashland territory. Good steal there by Cordelitis. O'Connor battling for it. Sent over. Clark gets a piece of it. Towards the sideline and out it goes. Throwing Clockers. Nina sends it up. O'Connor looking for Colleran. And a nice stop there by O'Connor. Gets it back to Desmond. In the Hiller territory, Clark with a nice steal. Over to Nina. Nina to the far side of Prisco. Emma back to Nina. Prisco moves it up. Looking to close in. I believe that's Tedstone along the far side. Taken away, sent up by Ashland. Clockers will have the throw-in. 10.5 minutes left to go. A 6-0 Hiller lead. They have come out firing on all cylinders in this game. Certainly quite a great way to end regular season play. Get ready for the playoff run. Desmond moves it up to Nina. Nina gets under it, looking for Tedstone. Tedstone looking to close in. Crosses it. Colleran comes to a slide and nearly had it. Oh, beauty of a pass by Tedstone, and Colleran nearly able to knock it in. Elise Jacomi back into the game for the Hillers, amongst others. Looks like Nina TZ's day is done. She had an incredible performance. Emma Prisco also coming out of the game, as well as Riley Colleran. Big collision there. Sophia TZ took a little body contact. Good steal by Mashad. Hiller's now working along the far side. Here's Tedstone. Sends it back to Aubrey Thomas. Clockers now with it. And Clark returns it to Ashland territory. Lacochi gets it to Desmond. Desmond battling for it now. Gets tied up with Magenis. Mosier. And a breakaway here. Abby Dever approaching. And nice recovery by the Hillers. Jacomi airs it out. Thomas battling for it. And no one there for the Clockers, wrapped up by Scaff. Mosier sends it up the middle. O'Connor swipes it to Lacochi. Now along the near side, Desmond. It's good back and forth here in the midfield zone. Sent up by Sophia TZ. Now along the far side. out of play goes, throwing Hillers. Aubrey Thomas will take it. Clockers trying to work their way up. Nice steal there by Lacochi. Sophia gets it over to Tedstone. Tedstone looking to approach. Top of the box, Lacochi going to take a shot. It's a little wide there. Six minutes, 20 seconds left to go before the Hillers wrap up their regular season. Both these teams, as I mentioned earlier, will be heading to the playoffs. Hillers, of course, in that Division I bracket. Clockers in Division II. Set to midfield. Clockers looking to get that 0 off the scoreboard. With it is Shadelli, and set to the near side out of play. Desmond able to slip that one through. And nice stop there by Sophia TZ. Thomas battling a pair of clockers there. Mosier. Sending it up. Lutka. Clocker is looking for an attack. Sent away. Tedstone with it along the far side. Gets it over to Sophia. And stolen away by the Clockers. Chiadelli. Over to Dever. Clark sends it over. Sophia TZ looking for Jacomi. And out of play along the near side. We're in the final 5 minutes of this game. And what a performance by the Hillers. Certainly looking forward to the postseason run, and looking forward to the postseason run in the TVL in general. And we're going to keep up with all of the TVL teams in the postseason on TVL Sportsnet. Our new program airing typically a couple times a month, a bi-weekly basis. And we'll have our newest episode airing tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. So be sure to mark it down. And before that, we'll have HCAM Sports Talk at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Brand new edition. It's must-watch HCAM TV Wednesdays tomorrow night, starting at 5:30 with HCAM Sports Talk. Clockers working up the far side. Good stop there. Marin O'Connor slips it through and just sent away by Tripp before Jacomi could get there. O'Connor gets it to the corner of the box. Tedstone sends it over, and a shot just off the mark by Avery Mashad. Final moments of this regular season finale. Hillers looking for one last attack. Sent over to the near side. Jacomi able to slow it down. Working her way in, gets it over. Mashad into the box and wrapped up. Over to Clark. Well, the Hillers, they have had an incredible season, to say the least. And after losing the tremendous talent you lost off of last year's roster to come back, be one of the top teams once again in that Division I bracket, and we'll see what the postseason brings, but it has been a fun run throughout the course of the regular season, and hopefully we'll have a lot more fun in the postseason as well. Connor drawing some contact there. That'll draw a whistle. And that is going to do it. This game has come to a close, and the Hopkinton Hillers regular season has come to a close in style as they get the 6-0 win to wrap up regular season play over their crosstown rival Ashland Clockers. An absolutely incredible season it has been by the Hillers. Both these teams will be heading to the playoffs, but the Hillers able to pour it on today and take this game in dominant fashion. Maddie Recupero with yet another hat trick has now moved that single season goals record up to 25. Very impressive stuff. And the Hillers, they should feel very good about their win today, and it'll certainly, I think, help them mentally as they head into the postseason after a couple of tough road games. But they're going to wrap up regular season play with 15 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. Certainly a very good record in this tough TVL league. The Ashland Clockers will wrap up their regular season with 9 wins and 9 losses, and they are also heading to the playoffs as well. Well, the Hillers came into the first half and found the net early and often. You had Myron O'Connor at 31:56 make it 1-0, assisted by Recupero. Maddie Recupero at 28:51 made it 2-0. Nina TZ with 16:35 left made it 3-0, and then Maddie again, 8:46 left, made it 4-0. And then in the second half, Maddie Recupero completed the hat trick with a score at 20:38 left to go, and then it was Nina TZ with the icing on the cake as she netted a 6th goal with just below 9 minutes left to go as the Hillers cruise to the 6-0 win. That is going to wrap up our coverage for the evening. For Denise Antaki on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. We thank you for watching throughout the regular season, and we will see you in the playoffs. Be sure to stay locked into our website, hcam.tv, to find out where we will be and when all the Hiller playoff games are. We will have the entire playoff schedule posted to our website, hcam.tv. But from all of us at HCAM, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.